Y'all know who my family is. Y'all should have just, if y'all had a problem with me, if there was a problem, y'all know to call me. Y'all do it to my other brothers. That's how I knew it was somebody who didn't have no love for me, but.
And when this teen went missing, his family was determined to find him, and they made a tragic discovery. Home.
Last night, they found him dead behind a home on Elmdale near Connor and Harper on Detroit's east side.
You shot him in the head 7 times, dog! 7 times, man!
They all for loved ones of a Detroit teen whose body was discovered inside of a vacant home on the city's east side.
What's up, family? Welcome back to Midwest Rumors, man. Make sure you get in here, overdo your part on that like button, and subscribe to the channel. We talking expeditiously, right? You feel me? Because today we get into some news that recently came across my desk about the death of Eastside Ivo's little brother, right? Darius Jones. And before we get into this story, I want to send my respects and my condolences to the family, because this was a senseless act of violence, man, that took the life of an innocent man. So let's get into it, y'all. Now, if you're not hip, Eastside Ivo is a popular Detroit-based comedian that came out around 2012, 2013, and had gained a big following on Vine and Instagram. I'm talking 1 million plus followers, man. Shit, he had over 30,000 followers on Vine when it was popping back then, before he kind of got rid of the app, you feel me? He was one of the first comedians in Detroit to really get the skit game popping, doing the skits, you know, with the wigs on, bro, was funny as hell, man. And he originally from that east side, you feel me? He kind of pioneered the way for the popular comedians that's doing the skits now you see today, like Jack Funny, Ha Ha Davis, etc. Now, back in 2020, news would hit the city that one of his brothers had mysteriously gone missing after telling his family that he was going to meet a female he had been talking to on social media. He would leave out the house at around 4 p.m. Sunday and just vanish, right? The family would attempt to call his phone, but it would go straight to voicemail, as if the battery had died or the phone was turned off. Detroit police would be contacted, and along with family and friends, they would go out and search through the city's east side, thinking he may be in trouble due to his mental disability. He had been battling most of his life. They would search the east side for almost a week and would find him shot to death and wrapped in a carpet in a home on the 11,800 block of Elmdale. This would send shockwaves through the city because everybody was cool and familiar with who Eastside Ivo was, you know what I'm saying? And everybody knew his family as well, especially on the east side, right? The family would be distraught by this, especially how brutal it was done, right? It was said
anyway, what's up, Story to the Crew? It's yours truly, Snort that dude. Right now, we better get into that. The brutal kidnapping that shocked Detroit Street, 700 Blood, Eastside Ivo. Now, we already heard part of the story, and what's going on is very unfortunate right now. You feel me? I'm still trying to learn some details. Let me tell you about the Motion Club before we get right back into it. Motion Club is a clothing brand I started. We got pre-orders for beanies and hoodies right now. February 2nd is when they drop. Every hoodie get a fat ass box. I ought to do a mystery box with these. Anyway, yeah, let's get into it.
he was shot 7 times in the head at point blank range. They did Lil Bro scandalous, bro. This was a senseless act of violence, man. Real shit. And the family would demand justice. They needed answers because Ivo didn't know that if he was a target, you know, he even said it in the news clip, like, if it was a problem with me, y'all know y'all can come talk to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? If it was a problem with one of my brothers, y'all can come talk to me about it. We can get it figured out.
Ricky, what going on?
Because he know how the east side is. He know where he at. He know certain things can happen, bro. It get treacherous over there. And before anything happened to one of his family members, man, he would at least want people who got love for him in the city, certain gang members and shit like that, to reach out with him and talk to him, man, before doing something to one of his family members, right?
And when this teen went missing, his family was determined to find him. And they...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The way it sounded like it was some money involved. Niggas don't do stuff for no reason, bro. 7 shots to the head, money involved.
Made a tragic discovery. The 19-year-old was last seen last weekend, and his family...
And that's just me thinking with logic. It probably been something else that actually went on. But I just know a lot of stuff don't go on for no reason. You know what I mean?
They began their own search to try to bring him home.
Last night, they found him dead behind a home on Elmdale near Connor and Harper on Detroit's east side. Detroit police tell us they do suspect foul play. Larry Spruill spoke to the teen's family about the outcome they had feared.
I just spoke with the family of Darius Jones Jr., and obviously they are upset about what happened. They say Darius grew up in this neighborhood, and now they're asking why.
What you doing for?
It's a question filled with hurt and covered with pain. A question popular Detroit comedian Ivo Williams tells me he's been asking nonstop.
It was very senseless. I don't know how I feel.
Ivo tells me his little brother Darius Jones Jr. disappeared Sunday, June 21st, around 4 o'clock near Westphalia, and they've been searching for him for almost a week.
We put our heads together and we started praying to the sky, and I'm asking like, little bro, just tell us where you at. Just tell big bro where you at, man.
Williams reached out to me Friday and said they found his brother in an abandoned home on Elmdale.
You shot him in the head 7 times, dog. 7 times, man.
I also talked to Darius' grandmother, Felicia Hicks. She has this to say for whoever did this to her grandson.
And you know what? This is gonna haunt y'all for the rest of y'all life, what y'all did to my grandson.
You know, them streets cold. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, Granny. I'm sorry.
It's gonna haunt y'all. When you get behind them prison walls, it's gonna haunt you.
And of course, if you know anything about what happened to Darius, you're asked to call police. The family says they will have a candlelight vigil tonight at 7. Reporting on Detroit's East Side, Larry Spruill, Local 4.
The family has started a GoFundMe account. We have the information on our website. Click on Detroit.com.
Y'all knew that was my little brother, man. Y'all know who my family is. Y'all should have just, if y'all had a problem with him, if there was a problem, y'all know to call me.
The same day, every day dropping the same day.
To my other brothers. That's how I knew it was somebody who didn't have no love for me, but.
Investigators have ruled Darius' death a homicide after his body was found wrapped in carpeting inside a vacant home here on the 11,800 block of Elmdale. The horrible discovery took place at 8:15 p.m. on June 26th, after he was reported missing on Sunday, June 21st. Relatives say Darius was kind, thoughtful, and loving, someone who brought people together. Now they're praying his killer will be found and arrested quickly.
I want justice for my grandson. I want justice for my grandson. My grandson, he's a loving, caring person. He wasn't all well put together, but he loved his family.
Because people didn't know if he was targeted because of his brother's celebrity status, or was it just a random act of violence, right? Because in Detroit, people don't care, man. They don't care if your brother a comedian, rapper, singer, artist, designer. They don't care, man. You feel me? If they see an opportunity, they gonna take it, man. People who don't have no morals, especially these young dudes, they don't have no morals, no principles. They not standing on no unity, no love, none of that, bro. All they see is the money, the drugs. That's all they see, man. So it was just crazy, man. It's crazy, but the case would eventually go cold for months, right? And I'm guessing detectives were just sitting back, waiting for people to slip up, because criminals are stupid, especially the common street thugs today. I know I used to be one, right? The dumb as hell. Anyway, the case would finally have a break, and detectives would match the prints of Jaheim Witherby to the case of Darius Jones. Now, Jaheim Witherby, aka 700 Heen, was from the Red Zone 700 gang, which is a group of bloods on the east side of Detroit known to be involved in multiple shootings, robberies, and murders, right? Now, 700 Heen was known to be a wild youngin and was said to be one of the jack boys in the area. And according to police reports, he had been involved with multiple armed robberies and carjackings in that same area. He would run into Eastside Ivo's little brother, Darius Jones, that Sunday night, thinking he may have money on him due to who his brother was, right? He would pull a gun on him and force him into an abandoned home on the 11,800 block of Elmdale, where he would attempt to get more money out of Darius, and when he couldn't, he would shoot him 7 times in the head and wrap his body up in a carpet found in the home and left him there. And like I said, the family wouldn't find him till days later. You get what I'm saying? And Jaheim Witherby would be eventually, like I said, he'd be locked up for this shit, right?
Right.
And it's crazy because I think he's still in the county fighting this whole case, right? And he would be charged with like 2-3 other carjackings. You feel what I'm saying? He would be charged with felony murder, armed robbery, all of that, man. You feel me? They about to deep fry it. You feel me? Kim Worthy, you know how she get down. She about to deep fry it. You get what I'm saying? And shit, if you ask me, bro, a lot of these kids, they deserve that shit, because out here, like some of these crimes is senseless. Like, what are you, especially the man was mentally, he had a mental illness, bro, right? From what I'm hearing, he had a mental illness, bro. So, and a lot of people in the area knew him. They knew Ivo's family. So what are you getting out of like robbing them, then taking them to an abandoned house, and then like killing them and like all of that, bro? Like that shit is crazy. Then you shoot the man 7 times in the head. Like what is that, bro? You feel what I'm saying? What was that, bro? That shit, since
I knew it had to do with some money. Now, in which way or form and fashion, I don't know, but it had to do with some money. Something like that, real personal.
Senseless, bro. Senseless act of violence, bro. It wasn't like you was trying to rob him or something. He lunged for the gun, you made a mistake and shot him or something like that. Like, bro, y'all are going to do simple robberies and murdering people as if like this is a notch on your belt or something. Like, this culture is so messed up with this killing and murder shit, bro. It just ain't good, bro. And we losing a lot of our young men to the penal system, right? We losing them to the prisons, and then we losing them to the graveyards, bro. And it's like, no matter how many of these documentaries are made, right? Pay attention. Y'all know how many of these documentaries are made? How many people that get caught up on these murders and all of these RICO cases, and they publicizing this shit. That's it. That still don't deter these young dudes from doing what the fuck they doing, man.
Well, they don't care. That's why they out there in the streets. All right, I'm gonna leave the video on that note, bro. You know them YNs don't care. And don't run into a pack of them. That boy, shivvy me timbers. Shivvy me timbers. Hey, run into 10,000 YNs. Man, them niggas ain't got time. Niggas just do not got time. Anyway, let me know how you feel about this video down in the comment section. Other than that, though, it's your boy Snore. I'm gone.